let's jump straight into the first demo of this evening. Now, I'm going to be having a look at a player that I don't really know all too well. It's actually going to be Wonderful, a 16-year-old player who's currently playing for Project X, previously known as Crazy. Now, this match occurred on the 18th of January, so that's only a couple of weeks ago now, and it was against Winstrike in the group stage of Snow Sweet Snow. I'm going to be having a look at Overpass in particular. Now, I just want to have a little bit of a quotation, actually, of what the in-game leader of Psycho actually said about Wonderful on this team when he was signed on the 21st. So he's been like a bit of a trial in the sense that he's played with them since like December or so, like the 18th, 19th of December, but he's now been officially signed to the roster a couple of weeks ago, and this is what the IGL had to say. He has a great mechanical skill and works a lot on himself. He clearly understands his role, the feeling of the moment when you need to make a play on your own or with a teammate, and he does not give up until the game is over. Now, for a young kid, that's really great to hear that you're getting so much praise from an in-game leader. Wonderful played with the Majesty lineup in Open last season, where they actually placed second, getting straight into main, I believe. So actually being able to progress through the ranks pretty quickly. But like this Wonderful kid, I don't really know sort of too much about him. Since joining up with Project X, he's only had one negative rating event, and it was like a 0.99, which is hardly anything. But today we're going to be having a look at his city side of Overpass. He posted a 16 and 3 KD ratio, a 2.02 rating, and over 115 ADR on the city side. So going to be having a bit of a look at that, so stay tuned and we'll get straight into it. This is a tough retake, not easy. Especially because everyone's coming in from the same angle. You got one player out from short. Wide swing comes out. Tap onto Nickelback. Decent frag. Smoke goes down towards a pillar for the T side, and they're just wasting time at this point. Kit got dropped from Psycho, so someone's going to have to pick that up. Ooh, nice headshot again. Good crosshair placement coming out from Wonderful. He's looked pretty decent so far. I mean, look, 3 kills in the pistol. I mean, it's a little bit frag hunting in the sense that they're not winning the round, but it wasn't the greatest position. They went for a con stack. It was just a quick B hit. Quite a lot of smokes coming out for Project X going into round 17. Pretty heavy B lean to start the round off. Has a smoke out in case they go for an early short molly to disallow any control for the CTs to getting to that map area early on, but doesn't need to put the smoke down considering no molly comes out. Flash over, they peek with. This is actually a pretty aggressive setup coming out for Project X. So Wonderful this time around is actually a little bit more of an aggressive entry kind of role on the city side. We saw in that retake in the pistol round, he was a little bit further back, sort of being like the one peeking off one another. This time he's going aggressive, probably due to the spawn that he had. And doesn't even need to take a fight onto the monster player. Sergus able to deal with Forrester. Opening man advantage gets found. Sergus is incredibly low. Coming in towards Bank, Crad gets a kill onto Sensei. Little bit late. I mean, that's a little bit unfortunate with the rotation. Like, if he just would have gone straight up towards Bank rather than checking Heaven, he probably beats the reposition of Crad trying to get to that truck angle. But 3-on-3, he's got there at least somewhat in time. Psycho, there's no way that they can trade off one another considering they're in very different positions. And Winstrike have actually brought this back really nicely. You think, you know, they're 2 men down. There's a really heavy stack towards the A site. Wonderful's stuck towards Bank now. They don't know he's here. No info has come through just yet. Aligned with the wide swing out from APC. Nice kill comes through from Wonderful. Back to a 2v2. Spots out the bomb from Nickelback. Continues the spray. And finds a secondary kill. Offers it up now to a 1 versus 1 for Toxic to try and win the force buy against the anti-eco. Jump spots comes out. Ooh, this nade placement could be pretty good if it comes in at the right time. Doesn't see anything out towards connector. Again, a little bit early with these nades. Doesn't quite do any damage. Again, if he maybe would have held on to a little bit longer, you know, 4, 5, 6 seconds, that could have actually done a fair bit of damage onto Nickelback and Lackey. Now, he's playing a little bit of an off angle here towards a short position. He's got Toxic that's just jiggle peeking from Monster Wall, and Psycho here that's probably just spamming through onto Crad towards that connector position in Underpass. So there is a chance here that Wonderful just gets flashed in to go for a bit of an aggressive peek. I mean, for Mask vs AK, you're going to have a tough time in a fight like this, straight up 1v1. There you go. So, I mean, that's the thing there. I think for Wonderful, like, it's always tough holding an off angle like that when you just get jiggle peeked or wide swung upon. That's exactly what comes through from Lucky. Just a sick opening kill comes out. Not a lot of footsteps have been heard. We haven't seen any util in terms of like a double pump or anything towards B. No smoke towards Heaven. No early flashes. No molly out towards barrels. Anything like that. So Wonderful thinks, okay, this is an opportunity where I can go somewhat aggressive. Try and push forward. Ooh, Nickelback just evades the timing to get over towards that right-hand side. Tight angle when you think about where he's actually holding. Especially if they swing out from left-hand side. It's a difficult shot to hit. Looks like Boost is coming up from the T side. Yeah. Ooh, Psycho's on the other side, so he could get caught off. Holding this angle. Winstrike have no idea that he's here so far. Crad making a little bit of noise, falling back from connector to probably regroup up. I mean, it's just looking like it's going to be a B-side exit with maybe a late lurk from a Lion. Unfortunately, a Lion doesn't have any util. Whether he's used it, I mean, he's got $1,800. I'm not sure what happened there from his point of view. So him selling an A fake is going to be difficult, but at least he can maybe try and cut off rotations. But this is just looking like it's going to be a B play. Slow walk coming in from Forrester towards Monster. Contact comes through. Toxic's able to find that first pick. Now, Crad with the trade might actually force Wonderful to go a little bit more passive just to get a sightline towards this Monster position. Ooh, instead he's actually aggressing out towards short water. Finds one with the AWP. Okay, I actually like that he doesn't over-aggress there. He finds that first pick. Nice shot as he hears them running back towards short pipe. And he realizes he's lost all of his teammates at B. Rotations are still coming through from Sergis in Heaven. And Sensei is really going to take some time, considering he's still pretty deep in the A site. Resmoke goes down, and look how passive he's playing this. Just making sure, you know what? If you want side control, you can have it. Take the side. I'm just going to fall back, play the 3v2, get in towards a much safer position. Make sure they don't run out towards that left-hand side to get some water control. I mean, Crab with the bomb. Ooh, miss shot comes through from Wonderful. So, info comes through. Bomb plant's coming out. Nade down. Ooh, double nades on towards Crad's position. A lot of nades came through there. Oh, Molly's absolutely perfect. Good shot coming through from Wonderful. Just some really good utility usage there. You know, nades coming through in terms of HEs, incendiary forcing Crad out to the open. It just all comes down to the information. You've got to imagine... Oh, another great shot from Wonderful. Like, you've got to think about relaying information in a really short span of time. Wonderful saw Crad had the bomb out towards this, like, sandbags position, right? So with the bomb plant going in as quickly as it did, there's no way that with Wonderful holding this sightline and rotations coming in from Heaven, that Crad's now going to start to maybe go for a pillar plant or go for a default plant. He has to plant where he's been seen from, otherwise he's got a chance of getting picked off. Wonderful relaying this information over, gets a couple of nice shots with the AWP to close out the retake. Flash comes through, try and blind off the players on the site. Not a lot of retaking utility here. Molly goes down towards the cubby angle, right about here. And then you've got, what, Smoke, a couple of flashes for Sensei. Double orbs on the retake too. Lucky actually goes down. I was going to say, if they don't get a kill within the next, like, 5 or 10 seconds, they might opt to go for the save. But 3v3, might as well try and go for it. Ooh, good shot onto a Lion. That was pretty crispy. And now things are going back in favor of Project X once again. Their retakes have been very on point. They are running quite low on the time. Still a couple of kits in play. Crab pushing forward. Oh! What a shot from Wonderful to get the defuse forward. Another retake coming out. 14 on the board. Jeez, that was superb. You know what, actually, now I'm thinking about this setup. If Forrester starts to slow walk out towards B, they might think that the B side is clear to bring the rotations forward down into connector. So this could actually be a pretty sick play, but it has not really anything to do with Wonderful in particular. But no one's playing on the B side. I mean, Sensei is waiting for a wraparound to come through from short if there is one. But Forrester might call out, actually, B's clear, guys. Let's rotate him from connector, and then that's where they just get baited. And that's exactly what happened. Winstrike now have the info. B is clear. Let's bring a Lion, Lucky, and Crad in towards connector, where there is a triple setup here. Yeah, maybe there's only a couple of Deagles in play. There's no Kevlar on these guys, but they can still do some damage. All these footsteps are being heard. Door gets opened up. Oh, they run into the trap. They run into the bait setup. Sensei gets a couple of kills. Alliance low in connector. Forrester's now clearing out B. Wonderful 1v1. Time's low. No time. What? No way. What a sick clutch. Wonderful is just stuck here towards B, and he just needs to stay alive. Forrester may ask for his teammate to bring the bomb back over, but it's already committed to a Lord's Long. Forrester's trying to get and trade out Wonderful. Trying to bait him. NWP wins out, 16-10. What a way to close out the half from Wonderful. And look, I thought we just really got to see a pretty strong player, in all honesty. Like, you got a player there that is very inexperienced, pretty young, not a lot of game time officials on his HLTV record, but look, hybrid player, secondary AWP for this Project X side. Looking forward to see what he's going to be able to do in 2021. Super young, and probably could go pretty far. Could be a star player for this team. Really passive on the city side. Not many aggressive approaches coming through. Very disciplined. It seemed like the way he was repositioning himself and rotates coming through, that his comms were really good too. Something that I think Psycho mentioned talking about him is that he's got really good comms. And yeah, just, you know, someone that doesn't crack under pressure too, which is always really nice to see for someone that again, doesn't have a lot of experience. So yeah, that is Wonderful, showing some pretty good class out on the city side of Overpass. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.